Ready to go?
Put another minute. We're good. Hello, everyone. We'll go ahead and get started with the next installment of the Sonoray webinar series today on hazardous location lighting. I'm sure a few more will start logging in as we go along, but here at the beginning we have a Q&A section and a chat section. So if you have any questions or any comments or anything, feel free to put them on there, and Justin McCloskey is actually manning that. If it's a question, he'll actually read it over the air and allow everybody to hear it, and then the answer as well. And they'll be at the bottom of your screen. So we'll go ahead and dive into the slides themselves. So some of the lighting that we've added here, of course, the area lighting of the floodlights, 60, 100, 150, and 200. I actually have a 100 watt right here. This kind of gives you the general idea of the look of it. Most all come with your yoke mount or your trunnion, and they also come with the rigid mount. So you'll see these here, and the cord is actually integrated into the rigid mount, so it can continue to be enclosed up the conduit as it's mounted. We also have new high bay lights now that are also hazardous location. We have different wattages of light bars now that are also hazardous, and we have a jelly jar. So we've definitely expanded on our hazardous location lighting. You see some pictures there on the screens below, some of them. So starting into it, this is the area light that I actually had here. All of these fixtures are watertight. So if you need to put them outside, they're all IP66. You can see they are IK10, which is highly impact resistant. So if they do get hit or knocked or whatever, they're very resilient. All of the housings are actually aluminum, and the standard color is light gray, as you see here in the picture. Other colors may be able to be done, but there'll be a quantity requirement to change the colors. So that is an option we can discuss if you have that issue. Of course, they're 1598A certified, and they're all hazardous location. We have class 1, div 1 and 2, class 2, div 1 and 2 on pretty much all of the fixtures, and we can go through those here as we go along. So here on the slide, class 1, div 1, all the way through class 3 for these particular lights, and you'll see different divisions and different groups. So as you get into class 1, that's basically saying you're going to have gas vapors present, or they may be present, very likely. Class 2 is going to be your dust particles, your anything like that that could be explosive. Corn dust is one of the worst. Then class 3 is your fibers and particulates. Then you'll get into your divisions. Your division 1 is high probability. Most likely they are there, so you have to act as if they're there pretty much the whole time. Div 2, there's a low probability they're there, but they may be there, so you have to act accordingly. Then you're going to go into different groups. You have pretty much groups A through G, and we actually have a nice handout from Intertech that will show you different zones, different group ratings for the lights that you want to try to match to the application. So it really does help out a lot. If you'd like that handout, just let us know. We probably can just email it to you. So here's the new hazardous location high bays. Same thing, pretty much same fixture, good output. You take 150 watt, you're going to be around the 20,000 lumen output. Again, the IKO rating for the impact is very good. They're corrosive resistant, of course, for hazardous location, and even the high bays are watertight. You see here as it comes, it still has the trunnion mount, so you can mount it directly to an I-joist or a ceiling mount. Then it also does come rigid mount automatically, so if you need that, it's already there. If you don't, you can just wire it accordingly and use your trunnion. Beam angles with these typically are right about 120. They're pretty much locked in because of the way the fixture is enclosed. 120 is pretty much the standard. Again, here's the high bay classifications: class 1, div 1 and 2, class 2, div 1 and 2, and class 3. Now, we'll give you a heads up. If you're into a division where you just need class 1, div 2, there is a fixture on most all of these that is only class 1, div 2, and it does have a price reduction. When you get into class 1, div 1, it is a higher qualification basis, basically. It is a more expensive fixture. So if you have to have class 1, div 1, you can use that fixture. If not, we do have another option that does save some money on the front end for you and the customer. So here's one of our brand new additions, is actually light bars. Most all of them are right around 4 feet, 40, 60, and 100 watts. All outdoor, it's not an issue. These can be direct rigid mount. We also can get the trunnion or the what they call the yoke mount. Again, 120 degrees. All of them are aluminum housing. They're basically ionized. They're not really painted. It's actually into the aluminum itself, and they're very impact resistant. They are they do have some weight to them because they are poured cast fixtures because of the hazardous location qualifications. So keep that in mind. They're a little bit heavier than your standard LED fixtures. Here's actually the classifications for the light bars. This is the one actually that has all the divisions. We do not have a division a class 1 division 2 fixture that would reduce pricing. These come all the above, both divisions, both classes, and as you can see, different groups. And again, we can send you a sheet that explains all the groups and divisions that you can keep with you. That it's a quick reference. I even use it myself just to make sure we're classifying the right fixture for the right application, because these are pretty volatile areas that we're going in with these lights. We want to make sure we have the right light for the right application or the right gas. This one is actually this is how we got started. This is one of our most popular, is the jelly jar. It's 40 watts. Again, you can put it outside. It's IP66, comes in gray. It does have the wire guard because most of the locations these go into is going to be on a catwalk, on a high activity area. So they do have the, cage to guard them. On those, we have different mounts. So we have a wall mount, we have a pole mount, we have a 25-degree pole mount that also angles the fixture. So instead of coming straight down off the mount, it actually angles out. In a lot of catwalk and high access area, they'll have those tilted a little bit for better coverage and better foot candles on the area that you're walking in. You can see class 1, both divisions, class 2, both divisions, and several groups. When you get into the groups, it really pertains on to what application or what fumes you're dealing with, whether it be corn dust, whether it be sawdust, whether it be liquid propane. Acetylene, that's one of the most popular, that's in your group A. So make sure if you're dealing with these, try to see what the customer's dealing with. Paint booths are very popular for, say, the light bars, and you'll look in your gases and such, could be class A or group A, could be group B. So if you find those out, we can definitely help you match to the right ones. A lot of these, some of these we do try to keep in stock. It is very popular. So if you do get orders, get a hold of us. We can get you a lead time. We do try to stock some in the US to keep the lead times down. We've noticed here about a 1 to 2 week lead time at most so far with most of these fixtures that we're working with. So please reach out to us, and absolutely any questions, which I see some popping up on the screen, let Justin know. He can read them across and we can go from there. And I will let Justin start talking because I have a feeling he's got a couple. Are you there?
Yeah, just the first question that we got was about the stock, which you just kind of hit on there.
Oh, okay. And again, we do try to keep some. They have gotten to be extremely popular. We've been really price competitive on a lot of these fixtures, and we've done well. So even if we don't have them, we try to stay within that 1 to 2 week lead time, but we'll let you know upon the order, or if you just shoot us an email, we can give you an idea where we have it. Anything else? I see there's a couple on the chat. Do you see those, Justin?
Yeah, I've taken care of those.
Oh, okay. Well, I can always stay on here for a little bit. One thing I will say, reach out to Justin or John or myself if you would like that guide from Intertech. There's a lot of information on that guide for your groups, for your division 1, your classes, your divisions, even zones. It actually works it down into zones so you can really dial in what you're dealing with compared to which fixture is going to do best. So just reach out to us. We can email that to you. We are recording this as well, so it will be going out to the reps probably within the next day or two. So you'll have that, share with your customers, with your architects, pretty much it's at your will. If there's no other questions, I'm going to hang on here for a few minutes just to see if there is any others, and we can answer them. While we're waiting, our next webinar will actually be on September the 17th. Because of Labor Day, we're going to kind of avoid those 2 weeks for travel, for everybody enjoying hopefully time with their families. So we'll actually go back on the 17th, so we'll miss the next 2-week webinar, but catch it up here 4 weeks from today. Again, it'll be on September 17th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And I don't see any questions. Anything else?
Yeah, yeah, Robert, real quick. Someone is asking if they can see the fixture again real quick, the one that you have there.
So this is the 100-watt area light. And typically they all come white underneath, even the high bays, as you see here. I can get a little closer. This is the color gray that's pretty much standard, and the yoke mount. And then, like I said, you also have the rigid ability here. It comes standard. It does not have to be ordered. It's always there. And the cord is integrated into that rigid mount. And these are also positioned because they're hazardous location. They're actually lockable. If you can see on the side there, you'll see pinpoints that they actually lock into position. So once they're tightened in, they don't move. And some of these are actually, or actually most of them are DLC listed, as well as you've seen the stamp on the back of this one. And I would say this fixture, like I said, it's 100 watts. You're going to get about between 12, 13,000 lumens from this one. Probably weighs about, I would guess about 12 pounds. Did that answer? I see a couple more pop up.
Yeah, one question here from John. Anything like a V-spring telescoping safety light pole?
I have not seen one, but it's not saying, we deal with a lot of pole manufacturers that we probably find one that'll work. We just never have had it here yet. So I would say if you want to send us what you're looking for, I'm sure we can find it. All right, well, if there's nothing else, again, everybody stay healthy, stay safe, enjoy your Labor Day weekend coming up. That's why we're not having the one next. We'll be back on the 17th. We're recording this, and we'll send it out to all the reps here within the next day or two. And Justin, I've seen another one pop up.
Yeah, that was just John giving us the poll there on the website.
All right. Well, very good. Thanks again. We'll look forward to hearing from everybody. And again, on the guide, just let us know. We'll be happy to send that out. Appreciate your time, and we will see you on the next webinar series from Sonoray.